Now, first of all, we are starting with the branches. This is viburnum from the hedge at my house.
Do you usually do it from the side?
I do it this way. Okay, this goes into as an inverted triangle. This is the tallest. This is the medium sized. And then the smaller one into the front. I will show this to you in a minute. All right, this creates an inverted triangle, tall, medium, and short, also known as heaven, man, and earth. This is a ritual that goes along with Buddhism and the nature that are combined with Buddhism and Shintoism. Taoism also gets involved in this. It's all about nature and using the beauty. My Wafu school has unique interpretations. I am using the Gerberas. I've done a lot of cutting ahead of time because I don't want to take up a lot of time, and I have a few more that I'm going to do. You want to see the face of the flower looking at you. So we're starting with one here. We'll do this one that looks right at your face. And for depth and dimension, I'll show you in a minute, we put one back here. We cut the flowers underwater. The reason is, in order to avoid a bubble of air going up, you cut them underwater and the water goes straight up to the flower. And this one is in the back for dimension. And now we have a few all right.
What's it called?
This is purple status. Purple status. This follows along the long line as a support. This one goes in here, and this one goes right in front.
Holly, universal harmony, your colors are the colors that are surrounding you with love.
I know it, I know it. Okay, now, here we are. Give it a shot. Wait, gentle.
I'm recording this, so.
All right, now it's set back onto one side so that we're showing water. As we get into the spring and the summer, it's important to show the water. If we were into fall and going into winter, I might move the flowers up to the front. So we're back here, there. Okay. So this is, if you're a sumi-e artist, this shape will be familiar to you. This is a raku ceramic pot that I made. I used to do sumi-e a long time ago, but I have no teacher here in the U.S., so I made this in the shape. You often will see a fan shape as they will create their art. So this is a bamboo leaf. I made this about 12, 13 years ago when I did a lot of ceramics. I sold all the pots, so this is the one I saved just for me. I think I'll just do this right here. one year. This is the camellia. My camellia at home is in beautiful bloom. And so, with the colors that I'm using, I thought that I would use this as an example. This is also a Kenzon, but it has, we call it a molly cup. It has the needles inside so that I can put this in smaller places, such as right here, so that I can put the flowers in.
She likes flower arranging. She likes the cabana. She has an appreciation of the art.
Here we are. Okay. This is the type of fan. It's got something on both sides depending on the colors you're using. This is a fan that you would use if you were going to do a bit of dance, Japanese style dancing. It is not one that you would hold and fan yourself on a regular daily basis. All right. Down below. No, we'll do that one. Let's take those and we'll go. This is number 3. This is a ceramic made by an artist out in San Jose, California, Thomas Arakawa. I met him about 8 years ago as I was going out regularly to that area. My sensei here in the U.S. is from Cupertino. And when I first began studying with her about 8 years ago, I would go out and spend a week, not with her, but there, all day, 9 to 5, Ikebana, sometimes just the 2 of us, sometimes there would be 2 or 3 others, and we would share and create. She was quite a taskmaster. She made me work really hard. It took me until 2018 before I could get my teaching certificate. So if you read the handout that I gave you, I began Ikebana in 1983 when we lived in Japan. I spent the first 4 months in intensive language classes, learning the city, figuring out where I could get everything I wanted, and figuring out how our children could get to the international school and find their way home on the trains and subways. And I met some of the most wonderful men and women in the Ikebana International chapter out in Tokyo. We would put on wonderful, wonderful exhibition lunches. I would meet the masters. The women were so friendly, so interested in learning English as I was interested in learning Japanese. we got along really, really well. So Thomas Arakoa, I am going to show you this side. This is a crackle glaze, which gives you the opportunity to decide how you want to show it. So I'm basically going to show this as the front. But while I do this, it's going to look at me. All right, magnolia, beautiful southern magnolia. This is something that I love to work with. They are incredibly beautiful, easy to work with. Here, just so you can get a sense of how it looks. Okay? Their branches are sturdy. If you cut them properly, the way you want them to stay, everything works. No, these are regular Asian lilies.
Holly, where do you buy your flowers?
Well, usually I go to a florist in Bella Vista and Beneva. I usually like Fresh Market. I also like Publix because the Publix in Market Square over in Lakewood Ranch has really good products, and they have a really good garden lady there, and she's just joined our chapter. So I have sort of an in. However, Trader Joe's showed up 2 miles down from where we live. It's too easy and too convenient not to go there, and their prices are really, really good. This is the University Park area. I think that's too many.
Holly, is there a secret with the 3 bit? I noticed you're adding 3 of everything.
It's better to say it as odd numbers are important. All right? 1, 3, 5, 7, and so on. 2 is okay. 2 are friends. 2 are friends. 4 is not really appreciated because the word in Japanese, the kanji, is the meaning of death. So we stay away from it. The other way you can get around it, if you really want to add that, cut the flower in half. I've done that with sunflowers, so you could just kind of hide it in the back, if you feel you need it. All right, I'll give you a sense of how we're doing. Okay. Okay. We have 1. All right. Let me explain to you a little bit more about we still have heaven, man, and earth is down here. We're showing the tall flowers, the one that's right in your face, and then we're going to add some support. I don't think I want that one. We have an exhibition coming up in April. I know if Miriam was here, she would like to know about it. Miriam is very fond of our ikebana. She also spent time in Japan, so she's very familiar with it.
Holly, is that at the botanical garden?
No, this will be at the Gulf Gate Library. I don't want that one. I want that one. Okay, here is our finished arrangement. Now we're going to just kind of move it. You need to know the story of this. This was once a red cedar tree on Longboat Key, part of Barbara Jendrysyk's property. I believe it was Irma. Was it Irma that crashed and burned? Irma crashed and burned, and so now the Jendrysyks live over in the meadows, and they brought a lot of slabs like this. And I said, may I please have one? And so where I live, my husband walks a lot, and he got to know a woodworker who was working around in his garage, and he said, could I bring something over for you to smooth and prepare? And so he did. And you can see all the rings from the age of the tree, if you want to. Let's see. Okay? All right. Now let me just talk a little bit about this. I have a really good friend. Her name is Kimiko Ikeda. She lives in Venice, and her history is as a design artist in home fashion design. She holds a lot of patterns for textiles, wallpapers, a variety of things as her career. Now she's into craft and ceramics. So this is actually Hana Tsutsumi is what it's called. Hana Tsutsumi. Hana is flower. Tsutsumi means wrapping. So this is flower wrapping around a wine bottle. And these are flowers, the camellia from my garden. But this is the original one that when I made it with her, I just decided to just enlarge it so that I could show. I always like to have something like this. And I gave away another one to an art show to raffle. So I'm keeping this one because it looks very fresh. This one has been used for about a year now, and I'm thinking of going back and asking her to do a new one. But this is lavender, and this is what is called a walking iris. If you have gardens, you'll know these. If any of you are interested in knowing more about my ikebana, it is here in some of the pages. This is the butterfly who used to live right here, but he keeps flying away. So all right. My good friend Kimiko Ikeda is now a ceramicist, and this is one of her recent ones. If you look at it, you can see some shapes. You know that she plays. She has good hands, and she loves the clay. But you can see, you can decide which part you want to see. And I have decided that I like right here. No. This is it. Pussy willow. Pussy willow is not in my yard. I wish it were, but we like to see the curve. In fact, we can often bend it a little bit. If you are very careful on doing it, you can bend, make sure that the little pussies don't fall off. They're there.
Why do you have that stick on the bottom? Make it taller?
It's a support inside the container. There is no Kenzon for it to connect and keep stable where I want it. So I use the others for support. Again, if you look at these, one is more open than the other. You would like to have the more closed one at the top so that this one is right in your, as I explained, right in your face.
Is there a pattern to placing the supports? Because I noticed that there's a pattern that, they should.
Yes, I'll explain in a minute.
Yeah.
Let me finish this and I'll do it. Besides having asymmetrical and odd numbers, asymmetry is very important. Your empty space is as important as what you are filling up. Now here we have this and here is your tall, heaven, man, and now the flower becomes earth. It is a more minimalized than this one and the other one at the end. Minimalism is very important. As we follow along with this one, which is another one of my friend Kimiko Ikeda. This one is quite an interesting dilemma, how you're going to do this. And it wasn't until 2 weeks ago when she had a Zoom class. I attend her Zoom classes every other Saturday afternoon. How I would do this, because it is very contemporary. And most of my work is not really contemporary. It has a lot more flowers, a lot more material. I do a lot like this one because she has created this in the manner that I really like. It's getting more and more minimalistic. So here we are with this thing. And wow, yeah. So inside this one, there is not much room for water. So I put the Kenzon in because this is curly willow. It's dried wood. Almost all of our materials are natural. We do not use silk. We do not use plastic. We do not use fabric. We'll use dried flowers. We will use dried material. And I've had this curly willow, and if you look at this is just a beautiful shape. So it's going. This is from an areca, a little baby palm from the base of the giant areca.
Behind you.
Yeah, right. It's bigger than mine. brought extra material because the camellias will last quite a while, but at the end this morning, 2 of the heads fell off. So just in case something happened from my house to Lynn's house, I decided to get a couple of new ones. And what I learned from my sensei is that with the camellia and a pin, just a plain ordinary pin, through the head into the base of the stem will keep the head on. I tried it. It didn't work this morning. They came off anyway. But I'm not going to tell her because I want to be her best friend. So.
Well, just keep trying like you're doing, and you'll get it.
So simple. Just 3 pieces. Yeah, I think so.
I wouldn't think those bases were that important, but it really makes it all stand out.
Okay. Now the piece de resistance. Yes. I don't think I need this. This is the art of Pamela Owen.
Wow.
All right. Pamela Owen is our
Pretty.
artist extraordinaire. It's the only way I can explain it. She created this and it finished it what? Saturday, brought it over. No, Sunday. Brought it over an hour before Super Bowl and
Wow.
said, Polly, here it is. And I have been wanting to collaborate with her, and it hasn't happened. You know, the pandemic, we have not had so many exhibitions. When we have had one, it's been kind of messa. Things just haven't worked. So this is my first. I have not done anything with this, so this is something that we're going to create together. All right. Yeah, and I don't think I'm going to use those. I think it's just yeah. Take it in. This is the calla lily.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, this is the
Am I
calla
in your
lily.
way?
Also, on a number of flowers like the calla lily, which has a very weak stem, when you put it in water, it begins to fan out. So in order to keep them close and tight so that I can put them into the Kenzon, I put some florist tape, it's sticky tape, around the base to hold it in place. My hope is, since I've done it once, that it will stay. So, this, I'm doing this outside and then I'm going to place it in because I have special places where I can get my hands. All right.
Polly, is that supposed to be inspired by a staghorn fern?
It is indeed inspired by a staghorn fern. And I'm going to turn it around this way because that's how I'm going to get it in, because I have good place for hands in here. Thank you for doing that.
My pleasure.
We're using about 7 of these. Maybe, well, we'll see. They don't all want to go in the same direction, and none of them should really face the back. Most of my arrangements in this particular school, everything faces forward. Nothing should be in the back. When I was creating this, I was trying to think of what it was that was helping me in the process. And I was looking at this like a very special cocoon, a nest. And we are giving birth to something that's going to, I hope, work.
That's okay. So I can do it. You want to sit here?
Oh, no, that's okay. I'll just go over here. Good. All right.
I know it. She's got tiny feet. She was really over the edge. Oh, that's pretty.
All right. So this is the birth of a new world. The next time, if I get a chance, if Pamela hasn't sold it, I might try something that's really flowing out.
There will always be more.
There will be another. There will be another. So. Hi. Yeah. What is it?
I got a two-part question. I assume you put that powder, like when you get a fresh bouquet
or flowers.
I understand what you're talking about. Every flower you get in the stores comes with a packet of powder.
Right.
When you are buying the flowers and you're not using them till maybe later, put them in a bucket of water, put the powder in, stir it around, and use it. You really should change the water every day if you're not going to use them until the next day or two. So I began to collect everything last Thursday.
Where do you buy it? Where can you buy it?
What?
Powder.
Oh, it comes with the flowers.
No, but I'm just.
I have no idea. If it doesn't come with the flowers, you don't always use all of them, because when I buy flowers, I'll buy 3 or 4 packets at a time. You only need to use 1 packet. So I have a Ziploc bag full of, if you want them, I'll share them with you.
Well, how do you, Randy, help it to last then several days if you're supposed to change the water every day and use the packet?
Sometimes these flowers will only last 1 or 2 days. These are not designed to be for 1 week. All right? If you look at the lilies, these lilies are full bloom. They'll start to brown tomorrow. All right? This is not exact. Now, if you use chrysanthemums and some other flowers that will last longer, you have to think about what you're doing. You use the materials that you like in the containers that you like, where you're going to show them. These are exhibition style arrangements. Right? At home, I almost always have something in my yard somewhere that I will cut and bring in to enjoy. That's why I like to have the camellias and some of the other flowers in my yard. This time of the year, there's not much open.
You ever use bougainvillea?
No, I don't like thorns. No.
Do you think it's a nice art?
Well, I'll find the arch with something else. We use vines. We can use the morning glories. We can use the passion flower. Come up, Gwen. I want everybody to know about Gwen. Gwen has been with us ever since I've been with the chapter here in Sarasota since 2002. She is our president. We are having a wonderful season, and it's all because of her creativity and enthusiasm. And we do have an exhibition coming up April 27th at the Gulf Gate Library. One day, Saturday. I will let you all know if you would like to know more. Our chapter, let me start with this. Ikebana, over the years, has developed many schools of creativity. I belong to WAFU. Gwen belongs to the Sogetsu School. There are several others that are very popular here in the U.S. When you go to Japan, it depends on what part of the country you live, because a small village up in the Japan Alps might have something that they have created that is special for them. Going around Japan and looking at the flowers, whether from north to south, it depends on what is available and what's growing.
Hey.
Thank you. You did a good job.
I just wanted to mention, Polly left out the fact that once you become a member of Ikebana International, which has all the schools, it is international, and you can go to meetings all over the world. And you'll always be welcome.
How do you become a member?
I gave you the pink sheet as
Okay.
the membership if you wanted. Yes.
Thank you.
You are invited to come to 2 of our meetings as our guest with a $5 fee. And after $5, after 2 meetings, you either stop coming or you join. come to our exhibit. Yeah, Jenny.
Holly, I've been to a couple of exhibits at the garden next to the Art Center, Sarasota,
Yes.
on the bay, and there are wonderful sales too at that time. Is
Yes,
that what is
sometimes.
going to happen this
They
year?
won't let us do it at the library. The library
Right.
does not allow us to have that.
So that is in
We
place
do
of
not
that
have-
exhibit.
All right, if you would like to come and look at containers, our February
February 26th.
meeting, we are having a Ginza shopping container shop. All right, the containers come from some of our members who have passed away or moved on other places. It is their containers that we're selling. You can stay, shop, then perhaps bring some flowers with you and we'll help you create an arrangement.